Go. I decided to stream this one pretty early because I gotta take my Jesus. I gotta take my sister to dance later, and then I want to go do some exercise, and I need to make time for exercise, so I'm doing this one early. Oh, trust me, Tomo, it will start to chug very soon. I have the CPU clock set to 400% just to keep the game from being wacky mode constantly. You can see it whenever I load a new room, and sometimes just during rooms. Blender. What are they mixing the desert into exactly? I don't think that's ever explained. Like, what do they want with the desert in this wood? Like, I know Haltman wants a lot of the materials in Dreamland just because it's like it's got a lot of really good stuff in it, but like, what do they want? Will? No, let me out! No! I forget. Right, you have to hold back or something. Hey! Hold on. So, dash and B. Dash and press it. It is the world with the factory that has a really good remake. Oh, I think it's just... Hold on. Okay. So it's like the somersault thing can be... You can lead it into a back salt, which is really interesting. Trying to chop some wood. Need to leave those. I forget what you need this battery for. I'm no ordinary clown, I'm the entire circus. Huh, right. Okay. I think we in the biz call that one scurvy. Does Kirby commit tax evasion when he's ready for it? Still wondering what they're blending. Are they trying to make like... I assume it's like they're trying to make oil or something like that. You know, but it makes sense considering the color, but like, why do they have forks everywhere? I guess it's because like they wanted to keep the snack time aesthetic. Yeah, Kirby does his taxes responsibly. Yoshi's the one that doesn't do anything. You can't trust Yoshi. Now, I wouldn't trust Yoshi as far as I can throw him, hence why I prefer to jump off him. I'm very funny. Dang, I missed my chance for the obligatory stone ability. Spaghetti wires. Yeah, I guess it's just to keep like the snack time aesthetic of Popstar. Robin! I pressed B instead of A and I almost paid the price. Oh. Don't ask how I didn't fall in the pit. Fun fact, if you do that attack on a slope, you can just kind of follow the slope all the way down and nothing will ever happen. Oh no. Alright fellas, so what rants are we gonna get on today? Because it's not Jaden's stream without ranting about something, you know? I should go on my massive tangent about how I believe that the actions by the Haltman Works company led to the extinction of the water Galvaros species. That's my favorite rant to go on, because nobody has any idea of what I'm talking about. I haven't gotten the rare sticker, hold on. Well, I guess I'm not getting it all. I was gonna say I'm not getting it all at all. Teammates that steal stocks. I don't want to rant about Smash Day. I'm not feeling it. I'll take it. Ooh, kanji. 9! Yeah, they made the rare stickers really hard to find for some reason. Like, in some of these levels, it is just out of the way. Honestly, I would rant about my rants, but then I would get into a really overly personal and kind of self-deprecation-y argument. Or not really argument, more like just a rant, really, but yeah, all things considered, the reason I joke about going into a rant during every stream is because I actually don't entirely like that I go into a rant over just about anything. I feel like I'm too quick to get upset at things and then start complaining about everything in sight. Like, sure, my complaints may be valid, but... my complaints may be valid, but it's not like I need to, you know, I need to force everyone else to listen to it, you know? Because at this point, if you want to watch my streams, you just have to get used to the point that I'm going to rant about some random garbage that nobody asked about. Except for, like, one person in stream who really liked to see me rant, that being Kitty. miasmas. Meet this game's version of the water ability, Poison. Poison's a very fun ability. Now, hold on. This is a rather dangerous ability for all life forms, organic and otherwise. It can be used to attack enemies with a corrosive liquid that contains damaging substances. Sticky Toxin, Poison Pummel, Dash plus B for Toxic Slide, Hold B for Toxic Smog, Up B for Toxic Tower, Tilted Toxic Tower, Down B for Sticky Strike, and Dash plus B in the air for Toxic Ball. Hold on. Yeah, plus one was Dash. Oh, it's fun because it's dangerous. Oh yeah, here's a fun puzzle that you'll never see anywhere else in the game. You see, toxic smog counts as a cloud, meaning it is pushed by the wind. But yeah, there's a fun puzzle for you. That's the only time they ever do that kind of thing in this game. I feel like Toxic is really not Toxic, Poison is really underutilized as an ability, honestly. It makes me quite sad because it's actually a very great area denial option. The thing about Toxic is that Toxic is one of the only abilities that grants you the power to make lingering hitboxes. Like, that Toxic Cloud, that just stays there. It just keeps going. And you can use this to stack massive amounts of damage onto bosses, and that's actually why Toxic has one of my fastest times in the boss rush mode in this game. Because you can just walk up to a boss, you know, throw 2 clouds of toxic gas, throw some toxic goop on the floor, and then, to finish it off, just start spraying toxic water all over them, and just keep doing that. What are they gonna do? Cry? Shit their pants? They don't last forever, they just last a very long time, and they are very effective. It's like, they do chip damage, but it's chip damage that you can stack. And not only can you stack it, you can stack it quite repeatedly. When we get to any boss fight, I'll try to use Toxic, and I will show you guys the level of power that we're talking about. Hold on, I want that ability. Because there are certain abilities that can actually get rid of toxic clouds, and it's like, God, you moron! And that's the end for me. Also, the robot armor ejects, like, burning smoke when it dies, which I think is just a fun detail. Yeah, the Parasol ability and the Ice ability can get rid of fog. Twirl, float, and reach for the sky. Become the wind. Parasol! Yeah, we have Cyborg Waddle these now. Also, Paraslam. Paraslam kind of stinks, but you know it's there. You have it, in case you want it. Ew. For a moment, it felt like the paint was peeling off of this thing. Oh, it's an airite sticker. 50 unique stickers. Land kanji. Another Kirby. Hey, it's you again. I'm gonna put that one on the robot. There you are. Nice. Oh, I could only put it on one side. Bad. You know what? I got an idea. You're going on the right side. Family meeting. Go play Air Ride then. Oh yeah, electric pyramid level. Rube Goldberg contraptions. Is this the level Tomo was talking about with the really good remix? Because I know there's a lot of levels with really good remix in this game. You can't clone yourself, that's illegal! Cloning was outlawed by the Geneva Convention. Oh, I get it. Hold on, I get the puzzle. The cowboy ability is whip. Yeah, I know how a mirror works. I play Nintendo games. Oh, what is this ability? Oh, right! Yeah, this thing goes into the background, I forgot. And it damages stuff. That is one thing I really like about Robobot. A lot of Kirby games have, like, grabbable items. Robobot, in my opinion, has some of the best grabbable items. Triple Deluxe being a close second because it also has just really good items. Yo. Hold on, get out of my hands for a second. I'm a ninja there. Take us. I am now charged. Battery. Hit and activate the Rube Goldberg device. Oh, that's interesting. They nerfed Spark in this game. Previously, in Return to Dreamland, this attack and this attack would go through, like... They still go through surfaces, but they could go infinitely upwards and downwards. It was like Pikachu's, like, lightning in Smash Bros. It just went up forever. So if you were below an enemy, you could just do that, and you would just instantly win the entire encounter, because what are they gonna do, go down? The Rube Goldberg device. Oh, I gotta hurry. Alright, so... No! Greed. Greed has consumed my basic common sense. All I had to do was just stand here and just not be greedy. I just had to hold up. That's all I had to do. Yeah, Spark's really interesting. Basically, you charge Spark by, like... In the Wii games, you could, like, shake the Wii remote, but in this game, you just kind of button mash, and then it charges up static electricity, and then you can just kind of... Infinite range, a ton of damage, and it, you know, beats out almost every other projectile that isn't solid. Like, every projectile that could be beaten out is. The obvious projectiles that aren't gotten rid of are, like, you know, laser beams, final boss attacks, the obvious stuff that you can't cancel regardless of what you do. But cannonballs, things like that, you can get rid of it with Spark, no problem. Spark is, like, the most brain-dead ability in the game because it does everything for you. What's the pink ball kanji? I wish I could read it. Make weight. Tambourine DDD. Nice! There's a Chirino joke here. Funny ice fairy lady. Or girl, rather. She's not old enough to be a lady. It is heating up in here. The desert screw. The UFO ability yet? It is in this game, but you can't access it. Oh. So the UFO ability is in this game, we just don't have access to it yet. The bullet hell. The UFO is essentially a post-game unlock in this game. You can get it from the item copy room once you've 100% completed the game, but in order to, you know, do that, you have to get everything else. But in exchange, you get to terrorize everyone with UFO powers. Up, puzzle. Down, down, up, and then straight. Alright, game, I get to be here playing. The decisions. Green. What's my reward? Win the grand prize. Yeah. Yeah, you can break those weird orphans. Give me that. What's up with the dice? What do you mean? Oh, you mean the code cubes? The code cubes are used to unlock the gates that lead to the bosses. Because the bosses are guarded by firewalls, so you need Haltman code cubes for them. Also, we're about to get a really cool boss fight, because it's a boss fight we haven't seen in years. And by that I mean it's just another Cogs. This idiot! This was a boss from the first Kirby game, and was then reused in Kirby Superstar Ultra as part of Revenge of the King. They have since been upgraded severely, and this is Kabula's latest appearance in the Kirby series. And now they come with 3D! I'm gonna ram into it. I win. Let's see if I can do it. Nope. Not enough juice. The DDD gear. Oh hey, it's the Star Rod. It's the weapon that people really don't seem to understand, but it's still pretty cool. Who's ready for the 10-hour-long rant about how Kirby's not actually a god? Or at least isn't like, you know, god-slaying super beast that destroys everything in sight. Like, he's still a pretty strong Nintendo character, but he's not like the end-all be-all as some people seem to think he is. Like, I get it, he dodged Galeen, cool. Well, yeah, the Star Rod is overpowered because we've only ever seen it used once, and it was used against the guy who's weak to the Star Rod. Like, that's the thing, the Star Rod kills Nightmare. That's the job of the Star Rod, it kills Nightmare. Specifically Nightmare. And you know who we used it on? We used it on Nightmare. That's like saying, yeah, you know, this can of Raid is the most powerful weapon in the universe. It killed an entire hive in mere seconds. That's what Raid does. Oh wait, raids for cockroaches. The point is, like, yeah, if you use a weapon against the guy who's exclusively weak to the weapon, then yes, it is a very powerful weapon. But the Star Rod isn't really meant to destroy anything else. I am Ness. I even got PSI, though in this case it's ESP. Thank you, my mechanical friend. You may now rest inside the pod. No, I messed it up. You're supposed to catch it at the right time and I missed. Nailed it. But yeah, the Star Rod is the anti-Nightmare weapon. That's why it's really good at killing Nightmare. The only guy who it's ever been used on. What's over here? Fire Galbo. Galbo. Galbaros is the boss version. That's just a Galbo. Oh, I needed that. Hey, can you respawn real quick? I'll be really nice. Go get him! The boom steppers. Hold on. Wait, no, that's too... Oh no, he's gonna get hit. He's gonna get hit by a thing. What? Nailed it. I am so good at this game. Oh. I am so good at this game. Funny thing, the saw blade still boomerang back to you for some ungodly reason. I recall it. This thing has multiple moves, right? Yeah. Okay. So, right. You can walk with the saw. Yeah, that's it's basically got this shot, it's got the charge shot, and then it's got the one where you just walk with it. Oh. It's one of these pixels. Yeah, you can't just mindlessly destroy the thing. Also, interesting thing, I believe this Kirby game has the most door types out of any Kirby game. Oh. So I need to hit high, basically. Okay, that'll do it. Look at that big, chunky Gordo. So, normally, Kirby games have approximately 3 door types. There are... Well, actually, no, Star Allies has 4. So, in regular Kirby games, there are around 3 to 4 door types. There is the regular door that has the yellow star over it, or one-way doors as I call them. I call them one-way doors because they only work one way, as the name implies. Then there are two-way doors. Two-way doors have orange stars above them, and you can go through them both ways. basically, if you go through a two-way door, you can come back out and still be in the same place. I mean, two-way doors are often used for puzzle rooms so that you can figure out how to do the puzzle. And lastly, we have goal doors and boss doors, which are exactly what you think they are. Boss doors lead you towards the boss, and in Star Allies, boss doors are shown by being much bigger than normal doors, and usually having some thematic stuff around them, but other than that, they're basically just big yellow doors. So, those are the various door types. Robobot is interesting in that because they have to fit the Robobot armor, there are multiple new door types. There is a large-sized door that can fit the Robobot armor, and there's a large-sized door for both. Where do I want to put? Oh, right, I want to put this. There's a large-sized door for both two-way doors and one-way doors. This is to distinguish between where you're supposed to go with the armor and where you're supposed to go with Kirby. Kirby, for example, he can't walk through. He can walk through big doors, but the armor can't walk through small doors. But there are two more door types: garage doors. Hold on, let me hit this shot real quick. Garage doors are interesting in that you can't enter them as Kirby. You can only enter them as the Robobot armor. And they make sure of this because there is a special animation of the armor lifting up the garage door and then walking in. So there's a one-way garage door and then a two-way garage door, as we've seen in this level. So this means that they actually properly have doors that restrict both Kirby and the armor. Just random Kirby stuff. I just think it's really interesting. I got him. the friend. And that was Kirby Door Trivia. Come back next time and I'll explain how the water Galbaros species went extinct in this game due to pollution. I think, funnily enough, most of the music that they use in like bonus stages is, I believe, from a Canvas Curse, which, even though I never played it, is one of my favorite Kirby games in terms of like aesthetic and music. And in terms of characters, I really like Galaxia. If you couldn't tell by the fact that I put her on my Robobot armor, I really like Galaxia. Now, hold on. Oh, nothing down here? Got it. I want to see what's up here. Nothing. Wasted my time. Oh. It's bonkers. god, it's bonkers in 3D. Yeah, it was actually, as much as the 3DS, you know, having depth may have been like its huge selling gimmick, I honestly really like how they incorporated it into the Kirby games, because in the Kirby games, instead of having everything be about depth on the 3DS, like, yeah, there's the foreground and background, but they basically just made it so that every boss, like even mini-bosses, has an attack where they go into the foreground or into the background. So it just adds more depth to the boss fights and gives them newer, flashier moves. I think that's a good way to transition to having pseudo-depth, since the devs clearly just don't want to suck it up into actual depth. I'm still waiting for the true 3D Kirby game. Blowout Blast was fun, but I want abilities and inhaling. Like, Kirby Battle Royale and Kirby Blowout Blast are both good experiments, but they're not full Kirby games. And you can feel it. Blowout Blast is like a full-on puzzle game as opposed to being a regular Kirby game, whereas Kirby Battle Royale is basically just a bunch of mini-games. Pancake. Alright, let's see. Rock. Come on, go for it. Hold on. Oh yeah, this is a neat one. When is Kirby Air Ride 2? I don't know. Monkey robot. And that's the easiest way to cheese that puzzle. No! Oh. Hold on. And you gotta make a ramp for it, right? Alright, come on, go. You can do this. I would honestly love a port of Kirby Air Ride. Depth. I like this one. Alright, buddy, what are you gonna throw at me, huh? Give me your essence. Now I'm the rock. Let's see if I can hit this. Nope. That's only second. Hey, it's her. He don't scare me none. Kick that Kirby to the curb. Steal. King. I love the background for this boss fight. The Noble Haltman's a really good one. At any rate, I must say, how nice to see you again. I'm Susie, but I'm sure you remember me. Let me tell you a story. Not long ago, I met someone who impressed me very much. He was strong and full of confidence, a knight of the highest order. I was so impressed, I gave him a complete remodel, and I hired him as a company security guard. I wonder what you'll make of me. Please allow me to present Model M7110 Mecha Knight. Engage! He's a robot! Oh, he's mad. I like that he just walks around with this energy and it's just like, yeah, that's right, I'm the final boss. Now I'm the one with the spark ability, Kirby. Always finish off bosses by throwing the hammer. See, that's how you do things respectfully, tastefully. Hey yo, what up? Meta Knight is dead. Only one leg left to take out, and then we can go mess up everyone. Oh, no, that's not an imposter. No. Susie, like, they incapacitated Meta Knight and turned him into a cyborg. Meta Knight is Robocop right now. I don't know why, but this stage uses DDD's motif, like, partially, and it really works. Also, I just realized, you can see the leg of the giant robot in the background. I never realized that as a kid. That's actually really cool. And it's like the same neon green color as the rest of the background, so it actually fits. See, you never see it coming. You see that my mind is too fast for eyes. But you never really notice small details like that, and you never see Kirby in, like, these giant neon city types of places. Okay, so Meta Knight's connection with Kirby, that's a very interesting question, because I actually am a bit of a scholar on Kirby lore. Basically, Meta Knight's thing with Kirby is that he's not an enemy to Kirby, he just wants to make sure Kirby knows what he's doing. It's why he also always offers Kirby a sword before the fight, for example. He's not trying to kill Kirby, or, like, get rid of him forever, he's just trying to make sure that Kirby can protect Dreamland properly. He wants to make sure that the hero of Dreamland isn't a complete dunce, basically. Which is why he checks in on Kirby and does these little battles to make sure that Kirby can hold his own. Oh, Jesus Christ, that didn't have iframes. No! Okay, I thought the car was going to take away my abilities. But yeah, Meta Knight's not a bad guy. He's just, he's just training. Occasionally, as shown in Kirby Fighters. What's the Kirby Fighters game that came out? Kirby Fighters 2 or something like that? The one where you have, like, you play partner matches and you climb a giant tower? Yeah, that one, it's like D convinced him, like, hey, I'm tired of losing, I'm pretty sure you're tired of losing, how about we team up and we win for once? And then they team up and they beat up Kirby. I think that's the only time that Meta Knight has ever caved into ego, and that's because he had been losing for 25 years straight to a pink ball that can't even speak. You. Yeah, Meta Knight's just making sure that Kirby's, like, capable of doing this. Worthy is a good way to put it. I mean, Meta Knight being a good person can be seen in Amazing Mirror, funnily enough, because in Amazing Mirror, Meta Knight willingly gives Kirby his sword, because he knows that his sword would help Kirby fight off Dark Mind. So, he trusts Kirby enough to wield his sword, Galaxia, which... we don't really know a whole lot about Galaxia if we ignore the anime, because the anime isn't canon, but if we do take the... I like to take the anime as partially canon. Like, the things that happen aren't canon, but some of the concepts introduced in the anime are. Also, they gave the microphone ability an attack on the armor. It's so good. But if we're going by anime information and taking the anime as, like, not fully canon, but it gives a better idea of what could be going on in Kirby, then we have an idea of what Galaxia is, that being this ancient, legendary weapon that only true warriors can wield. No, Meta Knight can talk. Also, Kirby's Meta Knight's relation to Kirby is never really explained. It's kind of weird. Like, in the anime, they're both Star Warriors, but we don't really know how canon that is now, because it's in the anime. And there's no mention of Star Warriors in the current Kirby. Also, yeah, I just blasted his ears out. Hey, Alex. So, there's no real information on the connection between Meta Knight and Kirby. We can go off the anime, but the anime isn't fully canon. Like, the developers themselves have said so. However, some things from the anime were eventually made canon. For example, the design for Castle Dedede came from the anime. And then they started using it in Squeak Squad. Granted, they've since reverted back to the original design, but still, it's pretty neat to see references like that. Squeak Squad also had the monster teleporter in Dedede's room. So I'd like to assume that the anime isn't fully 100% like canon. Alex, I've called you Alex on stream like a billion times at this point. Plus, you're working on Dimension Quest. Your full name and association to me will be eventually revealed anyways. You can't hide from the public forever, introvert. You will get the recognition you deserve for being such a cool dude. Yeah, if you cut Meta Knight's mask off when you're fighting him, you can see that he looks a lot like Kirby, but it's never outright stated, because the thing is, Meta Knight actually has arms. Like, in Brawl, you can see that he has arms. Even in Smash Bros. He has arms. Kirby doesn't, for some reason. Meta Knight has hands underneath the gloves, too. He has opposable thumbs. So he's not quite like Kirby. Oh, hey, it's Doc. But, what was I saying? Yeah, anime. So, we don't really know the full connection, but in the anime, Galaxia, Meta Knight's sword, is funny thing. Galaxia got their name from the anime. Funny thing about that. Yeah, wacky. Hey, magician. There's the pen. Secret entrance. That's pretty cool. But in the anime, Galaxia is described as being like the master sword of the Kirby world. It's like this ancient weapon that only the person who's worthy enough to wield it can use. And Meta Knight just kind of swishes that thing around like it's no big deal. That'd be kind of funny. But yeah, Meta Knight is capable of using this ancient weapon that, you know, is forged by like legends or whatever. I don't even know where Galaxia comes from, just that it's ancient. But that's basically all we know about Galaxia. My ability. But yes, if Meta Knight was trusting enough of Kirby to give him Galaxia, which back then was simply named Master, like the Master Sword, even though it didn't look like it, then I'd say that Meta Knight's not necessarily a bad guy. He just wants to make sure Kirby's ready, you know? He's a cool dude with questionable methods. Smash Bros is an ability that debuted in Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, because it was made shortly after, I believe, either Melee or 64. No, it was made after Melee. It's basically Kirby's Smash Bros moveset with quite a few moves removed, but it gets the general idea across, and it functions as a huge utility because it has all sorts of weapons all in one. In this game, this is actually the first game it's come back in since Amazing Mirror, and this game is also the return of the UFO ability. Robobot brought back a lot of old abilities. It brought back Jet and Mirror from Kirby Superstar, it brought back Smash Bros from Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, and it brought back UFO from Kirby's Adventure. Ah, right, I'm being chased. I was wondering what the sense of urgency was here, and then I remembered I'm being chased by a giant 5-ball. Ooh, I must go. The battery needs me. Pop star gambling. Oh. No, Smash was not in Return to Dreamland. I vaguely remember the entire ability lineup of Return to Dreamland, and I know for a fact that Smash wasn't in it. What was referenced, however, was that Meta Knight gained a lot of his moveset from Smash in Return to Dreamland.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I was wondering what the urgency was. For example, Return to Dreamland was the first game in the Kirby series that he had the shuttle loop and the gliding thing in, but that premiered in Brawl, where Meta Knight was a playable character. The attack overall, however, was based off of the move that Meta Knight did in Meta Knight's Revenge, where he would, swoop across the screen while sticking his sword outwards. Well, Kirby's not rolling code cubes now, is he? He's just avoiding being crushed alive by giant dice. He's gambling for his life. So yeah, Smash Bros. Return to Dreamland referenced Smash Bros. By giving some of the characters additional things to their moveset, but that's it. Smash Bros. Was not in Return to Dreamland. Oh, okay, I see where Nick's getting the misconception. Okay, Smash Bros. Did appear in the Kirby's Dream Collection for the 30th anniversary, or maybe it was the 25th anniversary, or just the 20th anniversary. The point is, it was a multiple of 5, and it was Kirby's anniversary. 20th anniversary. It used the engine that Return to Dreamland was in, and it was basically a collection of old Kirby games. Like, you could play, basically, the original Kirby game up to 64, I think. And it was a lot of games in one. But primarily, the main thing it had that was new was that it featured a bunch of challenge rooms based off of the Return to Dreamland challenge rooms. And while it had a lot of the abilities coming back from Return to Dreamland, the main thing that it had that Return to Dreamland didn't is, it's Dark Castle music. Dream Collection featured the Smash Bros. Ability in its own boss rush-styled, ability stage. Also, Dark Castle slaps. Door, no door, no door. Oh no. Hold on. Hey. Left. Top right. Middle. Yeah, it did include episodes of Kirby Right Back at You. I forgot. That's nice. It included the pilot episode and 2 others. Sward. Alright, so I'm looking for the middle of the middle door. Oh, Jesus Christ. Die! Can't pull the wool over my eyes. That's the name of the show. Go, 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 go. So I just need to rotate this into place. Yeah, you get a lot of really cool puzzles with the Robobot armor. I've mentioned this before, but the Robobot puzzles are way better than pretty much anything they ever did with the super abilities or the Hypernova Berry. Hypernova Berry, even then, that's kind of debatable because the Hypernova Berry actually really did have some pretty good puzzles. It's just that it took a while for them to get to the good one. This one, they pretty much just start going. Also, fun fact, the puzzle here is just for the rare piece. What you're actually supposed to do is this. This is how you get the code key. Which I think is adorable. Look at them, they're arguing. Kirby's got the void inside of him, as always. The insatiable hunger of the void. That's interesting. So I'm looking at the actual, like, the bottom right statistics, and I'm noticing that the reason that the game is, like, experiencing slowdown isn't because of the frame rate or anything, it's because the game's speed is quite literally going down every now and then. That's interesting. Huh. Oh, I get. Okay, so basically, what they did, Nick, was they had an episode dedicated to every major character. They had the pilot episode for Kirby, the episode where they explained the lore of Galaxia for Meta Knight, and then an episode shared between Dedede and the Waddle Dees. That's actually really good. I never realized that that's why they picked those specific episodes. Huh. Or you know. Fun fact, although dark matter never appears properly in the anime, dark matter appears in the animated pilot in the introduction, where it can be seen getting hit with the ice ability and freezing solid, and dark matter just looks so done with everything in that moment. Like, you have no idea how unbelievably upset dark matter looks. It's just... He only has one eye is the thing. He only has one eye, and the eye is just like... Imagine existing in the anime of the series that you debuted in and are the main antagonist in, and you get 12 seconds in the intro where you just get frozen solid. Not even 12 seconds, more like 3. Alright gamers, it's car time. That's actually something we brought up earlier. I don't know how canon it is. However, considering the game seems to take Meta Knight and his sword very seriously, I think it's safe to assume that maybe, like, I like to view it as the anime isn't canon, but some of the ideas that it presents might be. So, Meta Knight's sword might not actually be some super legendary space weapon that he found on a distant planet, and Meta Knight probably isn't a Star Warrior, but it's very likely that it is a sword with magic powers, considering it allows him to do stuff like the Mach Tornado, or that one slash attack that he has in this game, which literally covers the entire screen. Yeah, Dedede basically almost dies without the Waddle Dees, and then they all show up and save him. Like, Dedede doesn't know how to clean his clothes, he doesn't know how to cook food, so when he... Because the reason he ended up selling the Waddle Dees was to help pay off his debt to Nightmare Enterprises. Wait. No. I messed up the puzzle! Well, there's an easy way through. You see, let me show you how you're actually supposed to do the puzzle. They trick you into thinking that you have to go through the door, when really, you could just go around the door. And they tricked me into thinking that I needed to use the door, because I haven't played this game in ages. Oh. There we go. Thanks. The end of the episode with Dedede and the Waddle Dees is actually pretty nice, because like, Dedede doesn't really change as a person. Like, he appreciates them more, but it's not like he suddenly reveres them or anything. It's just like, you know, I really would be nothing if I didn't have you guys. Now, get back to work before I fire all of you. He doesn't get any nicer, just a little more appreciative, which I think is perfectly fitting for Dedede. Speed racing. Hey. No, push too late. Ooh, it's dark matter. It's the roach. It's the Kirby metal. Oh, I lost the smash ability because I died. Sad. You. Yeah, this level's an auto-scroller inside the train. Yeah, I don't think I was supposed to do it that way, but... Shh. Oh, that's interesting. So it's not an auto-scroller in the foreground, but just in the background. Huh. Alright. Interesting gameplay. Put me back. Fun fact, if I recall, the EX stage of this world uses this train as one of the rooms, and one of the rooms in the train is actually an exact copy of one of the rooms on the train is an exact copy of the Halberd's room, or one of the Halberd rooms, from Revenge of Mennonite. It's pretty good. I wouldn't say overpowered, but it is pretty good. Okay, how do I get over there? It might have been overpowered in Triple Deluxe, because Triple Deluxe had a lot of really strong abilities. Poison. Hey guys, I'm gonna show you what poison does to boss fights. Also sad, look at the cyborg Waddle Dees right there. They're probably friends with regular bandana Waddle Dee. Alright, check this out. This is gonna be disgusting. Yeah, all those puddles, those are... I accidentally killed him, and for some reason in this particular Kirby game, maybe it's a thing they only started doing in Star Allies onwards, but I'm used to Star Allies where if you accidentally kill the boss, they still give you the ability. Like, you can still inhale it, but they drop a hat. Give me that. No, I don't mean it. Remember, kids, if you don't solve the puzzle in a Kirby game, die instantly. Most of my deaths in Kirby games came from me missing the puzzle and immediately killing myself. I know it sounds unhealthy, but that's the life of a completionist. You die for the grind. You live and die by your percentage. Just like in school. You guys ever realize that from the moment we go to school, we are effectively conditioned to believe that our worth in society and our significance to our family is determined by a percentage, determined by completely arbitrary assignments that actually don't really do anything for us, and that we spent most of our lives preparing for tests to the point where we don't really know how to do any sort of rational problem solving on our own. I think about that a lot. We spend so much time learning how to take tests that we forget how to live. And because tests make up a huge amount of that arbitrary number that determines whether or not we're successful members of society that deserve to be treated as such, we end up spending our entire lives preparing for tests. And then when we can't take the test, or when we fail the test because we don't know how to take tests, it's like, oh, well, sorry, kid, I guess you're not good enough for society! Oh. God. I don't very much like tests, like, at all. Like, I'll take them, sure, they're a good part of my grade, but I don't like that they are the end-all, be-all in a lot of different situations, where it's like, okay, kid, you better be able to take this test, otherwise you're not good enough for your family. You're not good enough for yourself. You're not good enough for your own future. What kind of child are you if you can't pass a math test? What kind of fool can't pass an AP calculus test? Huh! Loser. What does this do for me? Oh, background. We're not living anymore, we're surviving. And I can't take that. Alright, that was the one rant you're getting out of me for this entire stream. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it was delicious. Because no more. Hey, it's Master Hand. Hey, it's kind. It's the guy. It's the man. The cubes. Alright, gamers, let's go. Let's rock it. No, nobody alive thinks that testing prepares us for life. Rather, they just put grades on such a high pedestal because grades are like, you can quantify grades. You can't quantify talent. As much as I want to believe that Dimension Quest will take me into wondrous places and I'll become a huge celebrity and everything, and I'll finally be able to give my friends the happy lives they deserve, help them, afford all the nice things they want, pay back my parents for all the wonderful things they've done, show my friends how much they mean to me. As much as I would love to say that I can do that, that's not something I can quantify right now. I can't quantify my own talent at writing or game development. That's something that I have to figure out when it's already said and done, and people are able to view the results. Grades, however, can be quantified instantaneously. You do the assignment, you put in the work, and you are immediately given a grade. As such, I'm going to kill myself because I didn't grab the ninja ability. But you can easily quantify grades, and people seem to think that that quantifies talent, that quantifies ability. Being able to, get a good grade is the same as, apparently being successful in life, because as long as you can get good grades, you can get into successful places. But successful places make successful people, right? Anyone who goes to Harvard comes out a millionaire, right? Yeah, they come out a millionaire, they also come out a soulless husk of a human. That's how we get lawyers. Do you really want your son to be a lawyer? Like, there's often this weird, belief that it's like, oh, they could have been a doctor, or they could have been a lawyer, or something like that. And it's like, yeah, sure, if you wanted them to be an empty fucking husk of a human that doesn't care about other people. Like, I've said it before, I will say it again, I do not like doctors. I obviously trust them because they know health and safety far better than I do, and my life was saved by a doctor, obviously, because I had to go to the hospital because I had an appendix burst inside of me. But at the same time, I don't trust doctors morally. If it's their job to heal me whenever I'm hurt, who's to say that they're not just gonna say that I'm still hurt and keep me there until they've gotten enough money out of me? Because I nearly died because the doctor that I was dealing with my appendix first burst didn't really care. I showed up to the ER writhing in pain, and they took a pee sample and they were like, wow, well, I can't detect anything from this small cup of piss, so as such, your child probably just has anxiety. I'm going to prescribe them expensive anxiety medication, and then that's going to be it. You can leave the ER now. Thank you for your time. And had I not come back maybe a week later because Mom knew there was just something up about all of this, she didn't think that I was just anxious, considering after that I was completely calm, but I was laying in bed, basically empty because I didn't really do much of anything. I didn't work on games, I didn't do schoolwork, I didn't eat. I just kind of laid in bed and slept all the time, Mom immediately recognized, hey, there's something wrong with my kid. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably it, Gamma. But yeah, so Mom recognized that there was something, like, distinctly wrong with me. Also, I think this spells out how. No, it's just H+. Okay. But Mom realized that there was something very distinctly wrong with me. That usually there's quite a bit wrong with me. I'm a bit of a wacky man, if I do say so myself. And I am saying so myself because I'm myself. But this was a different kind of wrong, and the doctor just kind of sent me away and didn't even bother with anything, until Mom stormed into the ER with me in a wheelchair again. Not a wheelchair, I just kind of walked in because the pain in my body had gone away, mostly. But Mom stormed in and said, there is something wrong with my kid, and you guys gotta do something about it, because they didn't do shit last time. So yeah, my doctor did save my life. It just took him 2 extra weeks to do it, and because he waited 2 extra weeks to do it, the abscess that was inside of me had gotten much bigger than it needed to be, and I could have actually straight up died, because they didn't even bother to take a blood sample. But because they didn't take a blood sample, coincidentally, my condition had worsened enough that I would have to spend an extra week in the hospital, which I guess that means they get paid more, huh? Weird how that works out in the end for them. That's why I don't trust doctors morally. Like, yeah, obviously they're smarter than me, they know all this stuff, they know how health works, they know how to save lives, and I understand that much. I'm not saying that I don't think doctors are reputable, because obviously they do their research. They wouldn't be hired, and they wouldn't be saving lives if they didn't know how to do it. It's more so that on a moral and ethical level, I just don't trust doctors very much. Nor do I trust any professional whose job it is to help people, really. Like, as much as I would often recommend that some people go to therapy if they feel like they need it, I myself could never go to therapy because I don't like the idea of becoming dependent on a person who makes money off of me being in a bad mental state. Oh, this is the halberd part, by the way. Like, think about that. As much as therapists may help you out in the end, think about the fact that if they so decided to, they could just choose not to help you properly. Who's gonna stop them? Who's gonna know that they're not actually doing their job, you know? Telepathos 2.0! Oh god, he's outside the train. Come on, pal. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You gonna burn alive? You gonna burn to death? Huh? You gonna sit here and take it? You gonna spawn in the middle? Ow. I help the people that I help in life free of charge because I don't think it's right to charge money to help people emotionally or mentally. Like, physically, obviously, because you need money to pay for supplies. I can't just say, like, oh, I think healthcare should be completely free and doctors shouldn't be paid a single penny, because it's like, you know, they show up, they risk catching diseases and everything. They do a lot of risks to being doctors. I just don't like them morally. If people are paid to help me, they get paid whether or not I'm actually happy at the end of the day. Yeah, if only America had a functioning healthcare system other than when the government decides to occasionally say, here, we're gonna make it cheaper. Making it cheaper doesn't change the fact that you have conditioned every single doctor in America to view human beings as a source of income, and nothing else. Like, do you honestly think that that doctor cared about me the moment he saw me laying in that bed? If he cared when I was literally writhing in agony, he probably would have said a little bit more than just, your kid has anxiety. He probably would have said, we're gonna run a blood test. He probably would have said literally anything that would have actually qualified him as a doctor. But no, it's just, okay, you know, the pee came out good, he can still pee, so he's alive. He'll be fine. Anxiety. Buy my medication. It's Susie time. And she's singing again. I can't really figure out the lyrics sometimes. They seem to change quite often. I know there's a full version, and I can usually sing along with the full version, just not the little bits that Susie does. The charming secretary, yes. Anyhow, I was quite surprised when you reduced my mechanite to scrap. I guess the mother computer isn't perfect after all. Don't worry though, this next one should quash your rebellion. He was created from the latest in nanogenetic technology. Latest, implying that this is recent, meaning Susie is not a clone, because they had to make this technology's new, and considering Susie's holding it in her hand, she physically cannot be a clone. So to any people who believe Susie's a clone, it wouldn't be recent tech if they made Susie out of it. He's a clone of royal proportions. And it seems he has a long-standing grudge against you. Get ready for Model D0030 DDD clone. Junkie. Here, see that little pink nuisance? Destroy it! Susie somehow managed to acquire DNA from King Dedede, one of the strongest life forms on the planet, in order to create this clone. It has the voice and look of the original Dedede, and may even be more powerful. Yeah, okay, watch this. I'm gonna... What are you gonna do, huh? And that's the end of the boss fight. Okay, yeah, if it was an air ride, that would make more sense, because that's a Kirby. Oh, Jesus Christ, I forgot that they do that. Look at him go! Yeah, they always start their second phase with that. If I recall, these guys use the AI from the smaller DDDs in Kirby Battle Royale, the Kirby Fighters Z, or Kirby Fighters Deluxe here in America. Alright, let's see if they can handle my ultimate move. They couldn't. Let's see if I can handle their ultimate move! DDD has a gun. Something was missing from DDD's clone, a weapon of immense power. When Susie realized this, she introduced the D3 cannon, a tri-dimensional cannon controlled by 3 DDD clones. Yeah, the mirror shield is ridiculously powerful. Oh. I love the music for this fight. Tridimensional? It means that it's a cannon that is mounted on 3 different axes. Not only can it move, like, forwards and backwards, but it can also move, like, left and right and everything. It's tridimensionally mounted, basically. It can rotate in all directions and move in all directions. DDD. Access Arc, my favorite world in the game. Like, just listen to the area music for this. Alright, let's do that. Let's do that. That would have been funny, Nick. Also, the entrance to Access Arc is pretty cool. You get to see what, like, canyon it's been resting on this entire game. It just looks so awesome seeing, like, the Access Arc like this. And the way Kirby looks up before, like, making his way in. H. God, that's such a good view. We're rampaging through this place old school. Look at all the paintings of Haltman. Look at him. The moment you come in here, Haltman makes his name known. Fun fact, these guys are the same robot as the thing from Self-Destruct. Yeah, they do that when you kill them. They self-destruct, killing themselves instantly in the hopes of at least killing you too, which is terrifying. Nah, no Smash Bros. Ability. But... okay, game, it's going to use some ability. So, those guys are the same robot types as the ones that you fight in Return to Dreamland, as the boss of World 6, meaning Haltman has World 6 tier bosses just stocked up in inventory, ready to go. Because he uses a lot of them. Those mini-bosses are some of the most common mini-bosses in the entire game just because, like, they keep showing up throughout this chapter. actually, Gamma, that robot boss might also be part of the same... yeah. That mini-boss might also be part of the same, like, lineup of robots. Because there's, like, an entire line of robots that use a very similar look. There's the boss from Shiverstar in 64. There's the there's the Metal General boss fight from Return to Dreamland. But then we also have the Metal General's mech, which is also from Return to Dreamland. Sorry, the Wi-Fi at Mom's house is kind of bad. Look at them in their break room. Yeah. Oh, hey, look, it's the Smash ability. I forgot that the Smash ability was in this room. Okay, we're grabbing the Smash ability then. Old school. What was hilarious? Linus Tech Tips. But yeah, it's actually very likely that the robots that Haltman, like, uses, and, like, the boss of Shiverstar, the boss of the Egg Engines at level, it's very likely that those may be owned by Haltman. Or at least by Haltman Works Co. Oh, there's another tube. A tube. Tube. Which is funny because, you know, if you look at Haltman, you can in fact see that he is an egg who knows how engine works. Evil mustache egg. He's like if it was possible to take Eggman seriously. No, stop! 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 God. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't take a man very seriously if he lets a hedgehog call him Baldy McNosehair. Like, he hasn't even thought of a quirky nickname for Sonic yet. Eggman needs to step his game up if he wants me to take him seriously. Up full power, hog. Yeah, we've got the better egg-shaped robo-villain. Cool! Meta Knight gear. The Meta Knight doodle. Look at him. The Borg. I need to exchange a few of my stickers real quick. You know, this is Haltman Company property, so it's only fair that we should, you know, wear the proper sticker for it. Perfect. Gorgeous. Fun fact: you can buy more. You can buy more stickers with play coins, and I can set my 3DS to have. I can set the emulator to have as many play coins as I want. Currently, it's set to 42 because funny number. However, I could set it to like 4,700 and then just buy all the stickers. You can't buy rare stickers. You can only buy common stickers. Rare stickers still have to be found within the levels themselves. Also, look at this scenery. I love art. Hey, what's up? Okay. I know. Okay. I absolutely love the atmosphere that goes on once you're, like, fully inside the inner mechanisms of the Axis art. Okay, thank you. It's just so good. It's delightful. You. Oh, okay. Motion controls time. Okay. I have to be very careful with the motion controls on my my mouse, because if I move it downwards, it's like if I move it downwards, it acts as if I had done this to the 3DS, like I had just turned it upside down. Yeah, it's actually been a recurring thing in a lot of Kirby games nowadays, Gamma. They use the sleep ability like it's more of a booby trap than an actual ability, where you just run into it and it's like, well, there goes your ability, and you're stunned, and it's an auto-scroller, and the puzzle requires that you have the fire ability. So I'm terribly sorry, but I believe you've lost the game. Also, the music here is just godlike. Hey, wait a minute. Robot friend. Okay, so sleep ability healing you was actually something introduced in Kirby Squeak Squad, because in Kirby Squeak Squad they introduced the idea of scrolls that would teach you new attacks for abilities. For example, the scrolls would teach you stuff like how you can combine the wheel ability with fire to get a flaming wheel that burns through stuff, or combining the tornado with elements in order to use it on bosses for more damage. This actually made the DeRoach fight pitifully easy because of the fact that if you had the ice scroll, the floor was covered in ice, so you could come in with the tornado ability, which is given to you before you actually fight him, pick up the ice, and just absolutely cleave through every bone in his body. And there was nothing he could do about it. Thanks for your help, friend. You got rid of the guard for me. Oh, I'm supposed to use poison for this. Sad. Poison is still a fun ability, so I don't mind. What was I talking about a second ago before the puzzle? Brain rot mode happened. I forgot everything I was talking about a moment ago. Can someone please catch me up? Oh yeah, I can use fake amiibo with emulator. Oh right, I was talking about like the sleep ability healing you before. So yeah, that was a scroll that you could find in the game, and it would make it so that the sleep ability could heal you. However, because scrolls no longer exist in the Kirby universe because Kirby is illiterate, we can no longer heal ourselves with the sleep ability. Kirby just goes to bed. However, in Kirby Battle Royale, or I think it was Kirby Battle Royale, the 3D fighting game, using Kirby abilities, Sleep was given a new power, in that it had any powers whatsoever. Sleep could be used as a fighting ability in that game because it won the poll for ability that people wanted to see most in the fighting game, because people were like, okay, pal, let's see what you can do with Sleep. Yeah, sure, Hal. Okay, let's see what you can cook up with that little brain of yours. And then they gave it a moveset based around putting enemies to sleep via stun-based short-range attacks with a pillow. And when you put people to sleep, you could pick them up and then just, like, drop them all over the place and throw them at other people. So basically, you stunned people, grabbed them, and then turned them into projectiles so that you could damage 2 enemies at once. Sleep was actually one of the most powerful abilities in the game because it was one of the only abilities that could stun enemies on command. Its main issue was the fact that it had the shortest range out of any attack in the game. Also, Kirby still wore the nightcap and everything, and he was a very sleepy boy. Like, he was pretty much always asleep while you were playing as him, and his idle animation was to lay down. But yeah, they made Sleep a powerhouse. For some reason. And it worked. We did it! Beetle was another ability that lets you just grab people on command because of the giant horn. Hey, it's Nightmare. It's Coup. It's Coup from Half Minute Hero, and I'm gonna cry. Nobody gets that reference except for me and Alex. Ooh! This is one of my favorite levels. Okay, it's like a level entirely themed around the Robobot armor. And the gimmick is that you solve a bunch of different, like, puzzles with it, I think. Like, it's one of the few levels that's just pure Robobot action. Okay, I accidentally despawned the one on the bottom. I actually know exactly where the rare sticker in this level is. It's one of the few levels that I've memorized the rare sticker's location in. It's actually a very memorable puzzle. This is the moment where you get to finally use ice to clear out poison, and it's this level specifically, this one room that reminds me that ice can even do that in this game. Ice can do that because it's primarily wind-based. Because if you notice, the ice is coming from fans, and there's a huge gust of wind attached to it. The ice attacks from the robot armor come from a giant fan. It's basically air conditioning. Ice, fire, lightning, treasure. Also, that's the only time you get an interaction like that in the entire game. Creepy snowman. The heated tunnel. Look at his face. That's me. No. Please. 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 Thank you for the reward, kind fellow. Alright, so it was fire next, right? No! Tiny knockback. You also can't double jump while carrying objects, and you can't even float jump. Oh. I'll respawn you. Bring yourself to me. Fat cannon. Yeah, that's not the end of the puzzle, no. You'd think. Nope. That's not the end of the puzzle either. No, this is. And then lastly was electricity. I'll get to that in a second. Gamma. So, my favorite Robobot ability, that is a good question. Because I have a few that I really like. I really love the Robobot, like, car. Just because it's a car. And because it gives me cool music to play while I'm driving my car. But other than that, like, in terms of regular ability, it's pretty hard. Like, I actually really like almost all of them. My personal favorite, admittedly, is like it's probably gonna be like either sword or cutter, just because I think it's really funny that they just give you a pair of actual fucking buzzsaws. Like literally, it's just okay. You know, you think these little cutters are good. Let me show you some real firepower. Then they just give you actual buzzsaws. Oh wait, no, I did the puzzle wrong. No. No. Are you kidding me? Okay, I know one way to die. It's just gonna be very tedious. Come on. Come on, it's not that hard. You can do it. I believe in you. You're capable of it. You're a wonderful person, you're just working in the wrong profession. You can do amazing things with your life, and right now, you're doing amazing things with mine. Thank you for your contribution to the Please Kill Kirby so that I can reset the puzzle foundation. You will not be forgotten. And now I will kill both of us together. He's alive, but he would have died from the impact damage. Encouraging Kirby. Yeah, here's how you get the rare sticker. I actually forgot this one because, it's still a really weird puzzle. You pull it back ever so slightly. Like, I forgot, I always forget to do the puzzle, but I always remember where it is, because it's one of my favorite, like, takes on one of these puzzles ever, because it's like, yeah, you know, you're gonna pull back and everything. No. You just flick it out of the little container. You know, I probably just gave that Blade Knight, I probably just gave him all the encouragement he could ever need to do amazing things with his life. Imagine seeing Kirby roll up to you in a giant mech and ask to die, and then one of the things he says is, you could do amazing things with your life, and right now you're doing amazing things with mine. King. Squishy. Squishy. Axe Knight. Hey, it's Satan! Hi, Satan. It's Comic Book Kracko. It's the cool level. You could do amazing things with your life, and right now you're doing amazing things with mine is... I'm gonna keep that as one of my personal favorite lines from now on. This is why I like this level. Virtual reality in a Kirby game, based off another dimension, with Tetris blocks. He does have them, you just aren't using them. Dr. Gilmore is surprisingly good for a lot of different situations, it's just people don't really know how to use them. Dr. Kirby would be amazing. I would grind the hell out of that just to get Dr. Kirby. If anything's better than Dr. Petey Piranha. I hope to God they don't add that. Part of why I like this level is because there is a moment where there is a beat drop in this song. They put dubstep in my virtual reality Kirby level. Or maybe dubstep. No, dubstep was the other lab area. Still, though, it's very nice music. It fits the really eerie atmosphere going on in here. But Nick, I don't want to die because of Dr. Petey Piranha. I want to live. After this level, I'm gonna have to end the stream off because I have to take my sister to dance classes. Yeah, I sawed a man in half. What of it? I don't want to get rid of my ribs, though. I want to keep them. What if I need them? I mean, ribs don't grow back. I also like that they use the little like triangle things to give the gate wings. And we're ending off the stream with a perfect number 1. Alright, fellas. That was the stream. We got Manga Kirby. We've got Mace Knight. Haven't seen you in a long time. We've got Galacta Knight. We've got Hypernova, which is for some reason a regular sticker and not rare. We've got Kirby from Rainbow Curse. We've got DDD Ball. DreamWorks face DDD, someone get on that. Yeah, so this is the Robobot level at the end. So, on the next stream we'll be finishing off the main story. Bye everyone, it was nice hanging out.